my teammates, everybody. The city of Boston stuck with me throughout all the hard times. I know we didn't have a lot of great years, but you guys right here, you guys stuck with me. And now we bring home champion 17.
Stretch the defense. He did that in the second half of the NIT. He's got to look to make some shots. Nice lead for Pierce. Oh, what a great job of reversing the basketball. Never a doubt that this one was going home. The assist Robertson and the jam Pierce.
And Paul Pierce can score. That's a reason that he's valuable. And his game is made for the NBA type game. He's a player who can get his shot on his own.
With the 10th pick in the 1998 NBA draft, the Boston Celtics select Paul Pierce from the University of Kansas.
As you said, guys like McGrady and Carter.
And of course, if they move, that won't be because the Raptors are disappointed.
Paul Pierce snaps a 9-0 Raptor run and brings the Celtics back within 4.
They've got the starting five, or what would be the starting five right about now, and Pierce is up there big for the follow.
Well, here's Pierce coming from out of nowhere and just slams it.
I can post up most twos in the league, and I'm quicker than a lot of the threes, so it can work to my advantage. And if the guy is short, I can really shoot over.
Last year in the Boston area, many people thought Paul Pierce should indeed be Rookie of the Year, and you could have made a great case for Paul.
Remarkably, Paul rejoined his teammates on October 3rd, 2000, 5 days after leaving the hospital.
Right now, I'm just trying to put it behind me and focus on basketball. That's my main focus. That's what I came to Boston to do, and that's what I want to do.
Oh, it's a highlight film. Get it on the highlight film. Wow. Well, J.R. Bremer. Pierce attacking the rim and tomahawking it down. Wow, Paul Pierce at his best.
That summer, The Truth signed a 6-year, $90 million deal to stay in Boston.
It's one of the biggest days of my life. I feel like I'm back at the draft or, one of my first games.
Just a magnificent effort. 47 for Pierce. 45 in the second half. When it counted, he was there. And the matchup dilemma he presented.
Also making his first All-Star appearance at guard from the Boston Celtics, Paul Pierce.
The steal, Paul Pierce got a piece of it. Pierce set up beautifully.
And the steal.
Walker with Anderson and Pierce. Pierce able to finish. Paul Pierce extends to a 98-91 Celtic lead.
And a dynamic duo now.
In a series-deciding game. Tonight, new building, new team, new generation. It was Paul Pierce with 46 points. The Celtic tradition has been rekindled.
They had 5 in double figures, and so for the Detroit Pistons with 2.4 on the clock, Celtics first trip to the Eastern Conference Finals since 1988.
Kidd for 3, blocked by Rodgers. Knocked loose, Harris has it. Kidd for 3. And the Boston Celtics with the greatest fourth-quarter comeback in NBA playoff history. An amazing story. The New Jersey Nets are in the NBA Finals. Byron Scott and the Nets eliminate the Boston Celtics in 6 games. It's been a wonderful season for the Celtics.
Celtics fortunate to be tied here. Oh, Pierce, how you doing there, Paul?
Watch this power move as Pierce hanging on.
Look at Harrington. He's talking to Pierce and talking to each other. Come on, bring it. Bring it, big fella. Show me what you got. Pierce. That's what I've got.
So the Boston Celtics, with a great effort, they ran out of gas, but it's Red Auerbach. The great beaten, and the New Jersey Nets advance their first playoff series sweep in history.
Atkins back to Pierce. Again. Takes it to the basket. Pulls up for 2. 8 points for Paul Pierce and 10,000 now in his career.
I'll tell you, that's a turning point for Mim.
Pierce.
Beautifully done by Mike James.
Sweeping the Boston Celtics. And we're talking about Ron Artest. He held Paul Pierce in this series to 34% from the field. Once again, the final score, 90-75.
The Boston Celtics have undergone several changes with the hiring of a new coach in Doc Rivers. Even though Rivers has had his run-ins with Celtics star Paul Pierce, the former Orlando Magic head man has enjoyed his stay in Beantown.
Pierce, 3 seconds, takes it, got it! Paul Pierce at the buzzer! That's why he's Paul Pierce.
While the Indiana Pacers will advance to the Eastern Conference semifinals to face the Detroit Pistons.
Shot clock at 10. Pierce wheeling and dealing. Got it in one. Got it in one. Paul Pierce has 46 tonight. Looking for 47.
5 seconds. Measures Butler. Now drives. Double team by Arenas. The jumper. Got it at the buzzer. And Pierce has single-handedly beaten the Wizards.
Paul Pierce, the Boston Celtics captain, who was on the trading block last summer, signed a 3-year $59 million contract extension. Pierce is scheduled to make about $31.5 million over the next 2 years.
Now to 3. Pierce checks the clock. 2, 1. Pierce for the win. It's over. Paul Pierce at the buzzer.
A proven scorer in Pierce.
I just think this is a tremendous day, not only for Kevin, myself, and the whole organization. With the moves that we made this summer, it's a big sacrifice that you have to make. You know, you need veterans to win in this game.
Pierce, the basket, and he's going to get to the free throw line.
Remember how we talked about the grown man move earlier, Mike?
Yeah.
That was Paul Pierce's rendition.
To blowing out the Hawks. Ray Allen with the 3. And then how about Paul Pierce with some nice behind-the-back passing to Kevin Garnett. The Celtics go on to trounce the Hawks and advance to the second round of the playoffs.
Won't go. Smith the rebound. Back out. Stolen by House, and that'll do it. The Celtics are going back to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since 2002.
Like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Let's go, baby. We're in the finals. I grew up watching Boston and LA. That's what got me into basketball. And now that I'm going to be a part of history, it's going to be something I just couldn't imagine. And it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
The Celtics and their fans want to see Paul Pierce in a lot of pain. Had to be carried off. Then they put him in the wheelchair as he's going back to the locker room. This is the sight that the Celtics fans want to see. Pierce has been a very durable player throughout his career.
But there can only be one, and the 2008 NBA champion for the 17th time a record is your Boston Celtics.
My teammates, everybody, the city of Boston stuck with me throughout all the hard times. I know we didn't have a lot of great years, but you guys right here, you guys stuck with me. And now we bring home champion 17. Yeah!
Into the hands of Pierce. 4 on the clock, 3 on the clock. Pierce for the game. Got it! With half a second to go.
Not to give him any space.
It's Pierce. Is this the dagger? 3.4 to play. Paul Pierce with a huge shot. He's got 26.
It's not about that. It's all mental at this point. You know, we want to advance. We feel like we're the best team in the playoffs, and that's why we play to win every night. And we never give up. You know, it's all about never giving in and having the heart of a champion.
101-82. Well, also Charles Barkley, who was in the studio before and all series long, said there was no way that the Celtics were going to be able to match up with the Orlando Magic.
Turning point for me in my game, my day, was just having Jay. Listen to Jay there.
Oh, look at that! And Bosch is down, and look at Jake Triano furious at Paul Pierce.
Pierce, final seconds. Pierce puts it up for the win. Knocks it down. Celtics win. And the Celtics will take a 3-0 lead in this best-of-7 series.
We have a great chance at winning. Most times we do when we win on the rebounds. You look at our team over the last couple of years, 3 years, we brought guys in middle of the year to, help us in these type of situations when we get to the playoffs.
It'll take what's been taking for us all year long, just being a mental tough group. We've been one of the best road teams in all of basketball this year, and we got to get one, man. We're too close to our goal. We got to get one.
Rebound to Sol, kicks it out to Odom. Odom throws it ahead. The Lakers repeat back-to-back titles. The LA Lakers, the 2010 NBA champions.
But Pierce want to be an all-time Celtic great, to get back to the finals, maybe winning, get another MVP so he can be in the same category with Bird and have to check the rest of those guys. I think he stays because he can get more money if he stays.
It kind of helps. And both guys want the ball. 20,000 points for Paul Pierce. Pierce driving on Stoudemire. The jumper, yes! With 0.4 of a second left. And good defense. Amari Stoudemire caught on a switch to step back. Excuse me.
14-0 run. A team that couldn't close is going to close 2 consecutive games. That's an offensive foul.
Offensive foul on Delonte West, just going into the chest. KG comes up with it. Rondo finds Pierce. Here we go. Got it. Paul Pierce is second all-time on the Celtics scoring list.
Now the players. From the Boston Celtics, 10-time All-Star, the truth, Paul Pierce.
Shortened season, the number of injuries, all the adversity. Some way, somehow, we continue to overcome all those adversities and sit where we are today with another opportunity and position to win a championship.
I wanted to be aggressive from the start. I knew I was going to play a lot of minutes tonight. It was going to come to me a lot. And, being the team captain, leader of this team, that's what expected of me, especially with Rondo out, Ray out. It was needed from me.
And the Boston Celtics win Game 5 and take a 3-2 lead. A huge win on the road as Miami now 1 loss away from elimination. And a much-deserved ovation for some future Hall of Famers in Pierce, Allen, and Garnett. Some of the best the NBA has to offer in those 3. You can see Doc Rivers very emotional already.
Pierce looking, finds Green, gets it back. They want Pierce to take the shot, apparently. Middle of the defender. Paul rises up. Got it!
A lot of emotions, a lot of thoughts go through your head about the season, about what you could have did better tonight to keep the season going, about the future. It's a lot of mixed emotions right now, but unfortunately we didn't get the win tonight. When you look at what they're trying to do here, win a championship, bring in the pieces necessary, new arena, new owners, new excitement. It really brings a little bit of excitement.
Thornton with the offensive board. Pierce will fire again. He's got it. Paul Pierce has just gone over the 25,000-point plateau. The 4th active player to do it. Didn't take the jumper, 7 to shoot. Pierce makes his move. Pierce loses the ball, gets it back, shot winding down. Wild pass, Johnson! Splash on a 3. All set up.
At 5 seconds, Lowry. Williams a tight defense. Here is Lowry on the deck through 2. Lowry put it up. It's blocked by Pierce, and the Nets win the series as Paul Pierce denies the shot. Doesn't have a timeout. Got to get it in. Here's Joe Johnson, LeBron James on him. And trying to get it out. He cannot! And Miami has won it! In the game on a 13-3 run.
37 years old. He had his worst year from the field last year, his worst production point-wise. I think this is a guy, he's clearly on the downside of his career. It's just a matter of how many more points and minutes he can give you.
Pierce cuts inside, hanging shot, scoring the field goal.
He's going to go right at you. We saw Gilbert Arenas make a living doing that, and that's just what Paul does. He goes right at Boozer.
6 on the shot clock for Washington. Wall kicks out to Pierce, gets off the 3. What did you expect from the truth? Incredible. Pierce with three. Pierce with two. Pierce fall away at the horn. It's good! Paul Pierce does it again as the Wizards win it. 103-101. 3 seconds left. Wall with two. Here's Pierce, and Pierce gets it away. Good. And it's gone! He did it! Let's see. Pierce, and is it in his hand?
According to ESPN, the veteran forward will be signing a 3-year, $10.6 million deal with the Los Angeles Clippers. Paul Pierce played for Rivers for 9 seasons in Boston, and the pair won a championship in 2008.
Doc saying, get wide, wanting to spread the court as much as possible. Here's Paul Pierce, little ball fake, step back for two, got it! Paul Pierce knocks it down at the buzzer.
18-year NBA veteran Paul Pierce announced that he will retire after the upcoming NBA season. The 38-year-old played 15 seasons for the Boston Celtics, where he was a 10-time All-Star and NBA Finals MVP.
Oh, come on! An appropriate ending for Paul Pierce. Forged his basketball legacy. That's the kind of tenacity they need more of. Pierce on the take.
Well, Paul Pierce, we all know, one of the truly great players ever to play this game. He's sure Hall of Famer.
Good and bad nights. You guys been there for me. Thank you so much. You guys make this even more special. To say my number is going up in the rafters. Thank you. I'm humbled and honored to be here tonight. I mean, never in my wildest dreams did I think I'll be a Hall of Famer. And thank you to Hall of Fame and the committee that voted for me. Appreciate that. You know, you guys got it right.